To the channel. This is Aquascaping on the Fly, Living Art Creations. I'm Anthony, your host and content creator. And where are we at today? We are finally back home after 10 days of being on the road. And what I've got for you is an update on our, was it an algae? Was it bacterial bloom? Was it cyanobacteria? It looks like it was just a plain old biofilm, which is 100% natural. Will go away on its own once its food source has been exhausted. But you can see here, the tank water clarity is amazing. So I'm really happy about that. I have not done a water test yet to see where we're at. But this tank, Eden, doesn't have as much as the biofilm it's always had in the past. So I can tell it is not as prevalent. And the same thing goes for bird on a wire. And I think I figured out why it never has happened to this one. It's never happened to turtle, because turtle I found in a campfire. So turtle was partially charred, which may be the reason why it has nothing to feed off of. So maybe we just learned a valuable lesson. Let's burn our wood first and we won't have this happen. No, seriously, but maybe I will, I don't know. So today, what I'm going to do is follow up what's recommended. We'll do a 25% water change. I probably won't touch turtle because turtle looks fine. We'll do a 25% water change of both of these, and we'll go in and clean it. And so when I say go in and clean it, this to me works really, really well. Just a little artist brush. I wish these were longer. You just go in there and just barely brush it off. And as long as, like for me, I have a wave maker. So as long as I put my net in there, either right by the wave maker or to where it's right pushing it out and circulating it around, it'll get caught in my net, which is amazing. And by the way, these are no-tech tanks. I'm calling them no-tech still because the wave maker is really just to simulate what would happen naturally in this body of water. So I'm not using it as technology like you would as a pump or a filter or anything like that. I'm using this as a way to move the water around for the health of the inhabitants in the tank. And I'm hoping everything else will balance itself out. So we're going to do a little quick cleanup on this. Tree of Life, which let me bop down so you guys can see what I'm talking about, has a little bit of biofilm on it as well. Remember, this build is just a few days old. So it's like a week old. Let's zoom in on this one. Now it's wave maker. Of course, this is a 20-gallon tank. The Trinity series is only 10 gallons. So it has a more powerful wave maker, which I like. I like that action it's got going on. And you can see there's just a little halo effect around the hardscape in there. Now, I would not be able to clean very much of that out there. There's limbs everywhere. It would be a nightmare. I may just let those do their thing and just monitor it for the time being. But another one we need to kind of talk about, the cyanobacteria did kill the nano tank, which is not in its spot. And the hospital tank, the water is looking a little, to me it looks a little cloudy. By the way, this is a tub of some driftwood that I put some Anubias on that I did not use in the Tree of Life because I thought it was overkill. I want the Tree of Life to follow the theme that I was going there. So I ended up with some plants extra. So I'm utilizing them for a build we'll do in the future. But there's the hospital tank. See, it's just a tad bit cloudy. So yeah, we'll do a little bit of a water change on that, maybe a 50% for that one. Now, the water sprite is the one in the vase to its left. It's doing very, very well. One thing I want to show you is what is happening in the little tank I set up just because I had some extra Rosenvig, the minis. Look at that. Look at this clear thing. I believe that's melting. And some of them look really, really well, and some of them are in that stage. So I'm gonna have to do some more research on that and find out exactly what is going on. But I do believe, the one thing we need to talk about that I did do is, and to give you a close-up, you notice I took the lighting that was on the tanks themselves, and we're going with just the lighting that's on the branches above them. Okay, so see how the biofilm is on the hardscape, not the wood. It's down here, it's just on the hardscape. It's not affecting the substrate, that's the hardscape it's attached to. Turtle, nothing. Look how clear the water is. The tanks have really clear water. I'm really excited about that. So now here in Eden, see, Eden doesn't have the stuff on it used to. Eden still has the tannins issue, because you can see on the screen where it looks like I picked up a hitchhiker, a snail maybe, because there's little trails all over the glass. But it's just the tannin that's coating the wall. So that's an easy clean off, and maybe it's, you know, getting better. Here's a quick shot. Okay, there's the snake still. And here's the shot of the plants. Got a Rex begonia in the back that's holding out really well. Monstera, prayer, rattlesnake in the back. Pepermonia, I've got 2 pepermonias going, one there, one in the back. And croton, and then also the pothos, which I got that in Florida. That was in Florida just growing outside. I picked some up while I was on a layover a while back. So there's how their roots are growing in there. And I'm paying attention to see which roots are actually new, which roots would be like the clear, whiter ones, because these all have like that tinge of soil on them. And I did see some in there. That plant right there with all those roots right there, that grows along the rivers here. And I want to see if I can get it through. It has almost like a lily leaf, but I was thinking that would be a really good filter, because it looks like, look how fast it's growing. So it's very hard. So anyway, that gives you a nice shot of the tanks. Let me do my little water change. You guys remember how I did the water changes I've shown you before. I used 2 little 5-watt pumps. One pumps it out into my little moss flower bed. And then I have one that's recirculating the water around it. I mean, I won't use that one because now I've got the wave makers in there. So I'll use the wave maker to my benefit, and hopefully I'll clean the biofilm as much as I can, catch it up in a net, and then I'll start pulling some of the water out. So I'll give you guys an update when we get finished. And thanks for hanging out with me today. Okay, so you guys can see that I have cleaned off the biofilm, and honestly, the paintbrush doesn't work on it. I mean, it doesn't even pull it off of there. I had to use the toothbrush. I had to get really aggressive because it is so well attached to the bark. So I had to get in there, get messy. I took out more water than I wanted to take out, but I mean, I was stirring everything up. And now I'm gonna have to reposition the wave maker because I think I messed it up. But I did a little bit more than a 50% water change. And now you guys can see how I fill my tanks up. Now I was lucky. When I moved into my unit here, this water hose was already here. And it's one of these water hoses that coils itself up when it's done. So it fits into a nice little tiny little box. And it already had the sprayer unit on, which I turn the water on low, put this on, it fills it up quickly. No big deal, and you can still see I got the cord going in and the hose coming out for whenever I am flushing the water out. So what I like to do sometimes is fill it, turn the pump back on, pull some water out with the wave maker on just to make sure I'm stirring everything up. Because the nice thing about the wave maker is I can take it off of its little mount and push it everywhere in the tank I want. Now, yes, it is going to mess up my substrate, but it will dislodge anything that's in the bottom of that tank, which is amazing. I will have to say I am loving the Boost Leilina. Looks amazing, especially up here. Well, you can't see it because I kind of messed up. See, it goes all the way to the top. And the tank walls, I mean, the inside of the tank was not dirty at all. So a big departure from Garden of Eden, which is going on the other end. So you can see this one in ongoing right now. I'll let it top all the way up. I'll turn the pump back on again, see if I can stir anything else up with the wave maker, and then we'll move on to the next. Okay, so good news is the water changes are done. I ended up doing like a 80% in Eden and like a 60% in Bird on a Wire. Bird on a Wire was really hard to clean off. It was really, really stubborn. Surprise guest, Blackbeard algae. I found it when I removed the golden to clean at the very, very top of the wood structure. And as soon as I saw it, I knew exactly what it was. It looks just like the description. It looks like Blackbeard or black hair. So I pulled it up quickly online. It's the same as the rest of them. You just got to lower the intensity, no dosing, the intensity of the lighting, no dosing, and check your water parameters. So since I put fresh water, except this one, I did top this one off though, and then treated all the water. I'll give it a day and then I'll start doing the pH, and there'll probably be a part 3 of this video. So thanks for sticking out with me. Hope you guys enjoy, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.